Hello and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be opening a box of Kaldheim, released today. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I pull. If this is your first time joining me for a booster box opening, I'm a pretty casual Magic player, but I play a lot of different games. So you can check out some classic card games, maybe even vintage that opened on my channel. Some definitely out of print games, but this will be my first time opening a current booster box. And normally I just open these on my own, but I figured it'd be more fun to open it together, see what I get. And if you enjoy that sort of thing, then I'm glad you're joining me. Let's take a look. All right, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm most excited about in this set. Oh, it's interesting, a foil. That's the second card here. And these are draft boosters. I should mention the 15 card draft boosters. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing foils mixed into the pack. I'm usually expecting them later, so that's interesting. Oh, and we got, what is this? Okay, so we got this pack just backwards, maybe. Sorry to start out this way. I'm just a little confused. All right, so we got a foil, then a rare, and then we have our uncommons. Okay, that's a little bit different, but interesting. That'll make opening these packs a little quicker, not having to go through the commons. So I'll do that from now on. Yeah, anyway, I was saying I mostly play Commander, but I do a little bit of Standard here and there. I used to play Standard Friday nights at a local store, but that's been a few years. I think the last time I did that was probably Amonkhet. All right, so now that is a good start. Coma is one. As I said, I'm a Commander player, and Coma is just kind of amazing. In Commander, I mean, he's not overpowered or anything. Well, maybe he is. I don't know yet, but anyway, he just looks like a lot of fun. I watched a Command Zone episode where Coma just basically dominated the table for most of the game. So I was looking forward to seeing him. All right, flip cards. I love that they include these. And we are getting some foils. Is this just auto include foil every pack? That's something a little different. All right. So Emerstrom Predator. I'm not super familiar with this set yet. So I might be stopping to look at a few of these. I'm really enjoying the dwarves and everything else they got going on here. And these, what do they call these? Special borders are pretty interesting too. So definitely a set that I've been looking forward to, probably more so than a few of the last few expansions. Okay, so there's not a foil in every pack. I can confirm that. Okay, but I like the snow theme. It's one that I've wanted to try for many years, but I just couldn't afford Snowlands. So getting those basically for free, I'm pretty happy about. Yeah, Como was one I was definitely hoping to pick up, and I'm glad I start with him. Oh, Varga. He's another one I was looking forward to. Vampiric Tutor on a Boast. It's pretty good. So like I was mentioning, my assessment of these cards is primarily from the standpoint of their viability in whatever decks I'm playing in Commander. So keep that in mind. I don't really know too much about the standard meta, but sometimes I know a good card when I see it, like Doomscar. I'm primarily a white player, so Doomscar has me pretty excited. And Commander might be a little bit strange to have just 1 or 2 foretells here and there, but still, being able to wipe the board for 3 without your opponents being able to remove it from your hand is pretty excellent. Look at that. Got a full art mythic. I haven't checked prices on any of these yet to know what's trending high and not, but I'm not going to be upset about a alternate art mythic. Only opened 7 packs so far. You got 2 mythics. Feeling okay about that. All right. Yeah, this guy, the Dragonkin Berserker, was looking pretty good. Just a good value card for, at least for generating value during the game. Yeah, I can think of a few ways to abuse that. Although paying 5 for the boast is a bit pricey, but sometimes you just have some extra mana. I really like these new treasure tokens as well. I think they look better than the old ones. Okay. It's nice foil uncommon. Got a Blood in the Snow. This is another one that I was, again, I play white, so, I mean, a 1 mana 2/1 that generates creatures. I'm on board for that. That's looks pretty good to me. These packs feel extra large. I don't know if that's just me, but they feel like they got some room in here compared to what I'm used to when I've opened a lot of boosters. Maybe it's just because I've been opening packs for other games lately. Okay. Going for our first god. Yeah, he's not a god. Got Toraf, God of Fury. He's the one who cares about excess damage, which is kind of an interesting concept. And yeah, his hammer is one that has me interested. I also enjoy mono red and Commander, especially I play Perforos, and lots of ways to abuse damage there. But being able to just unattach it and deal damage and replay it, it's got a good theme to it. I don't know how useful it'll be yet, but it definitely feels like you'd expect Thor's hammer to work in a game of Magic. But we're on 3 mythics already. That's pretty good. I mean, all kinds of rares. That's a good one. All right. The Realm Eater. Ooh, and the World Tree in 1 pack. That's a good pack. And these foils actually feel like maybe they've upped their print quality because that looks good. I'm used to foils almost always feeling different and being cloudy and being off color, but these actually look pretty good. But yeah, Realm Eater and World Tree. It's got to be the best pack so far. Yeah, World Tree is one of those that everybody's talking about. Cyclone Summoner. Not likely to be a value card. One of those high cost blue cards that does something. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to return a bunch of creatures to hand. Could be good, I don't know. All right. This one, I've been playing a little bit on Arena, and I got a pretty jank artifacts deck that I'm playing with, and threw one of these in there, and I'm surprised how many decks it shuts down. Oh, well, look, another World Eater, but this one is special. Okay. Very nice. I gotta say I'm happy with this box so far. And again, there are a lot of good pulls in this set from what I can tell. Seemed like a few past sets there was just not that many chase cards. Whenever I see a white card, I want to read it because I didn't see exactly what this guy does yet, but he just cares about runes. I don't know if I'm interested in those yet or not. All right, there's our second god and second red one too. So she keeps you, and until the end of the turn, you don't lose mana as phases pass, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, she gives you the standard red effect that they're really pushing the exile, and you can play it this turn. Not sure about her yet. Might be good. Search of Greatness. This one looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, so every turn you can cast a permanent from hand. Wow, okay. That's a lot better than I thought it was. So at the beginning of your upkeep, cast a permanent spell from your hand with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the highest converted mana cost among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. That sounds pretty amazing. I don't know. Is it just me? Sounds a bit busted. I'm definitely be playing that. And in Commander, I can think of lots of ways to abuse that. Arnie? Yeah, I mean, he's okay. Yeah, he's going to be in a pretty niche build where you just have lots of high power creatures, but I don't know. Ghost effects are interesting, but they really got to do something good to be worth it, I think. Okay, and we got the Rally the Ranks. Just seems like a worse version of a lot of cards we already have. But what do I know? All right. Got a saga that cares about giants. Yeah. Blue-red, not really my archetype. I'll read it later. We're getting through these pretty quick. Hit a lot of mythics early, but haven't seen one for a while. Wouldn't mind picking up another one here. Okay. Tormentor's Helm. And there we go. Cosmos Elixir. One of the cards I'm most excited about in this set. Maybe not so much for Commander, but as far as playing a good old 60 card deck, I mean, when you're just drawing a bunch of extra cards every turn or gaining life, I mean, that's, I don't know. In what I've played of it so far in Arena, it really keeps me alive. And then once it's stabilized, it's a huge value engine. All right. Got another saga. This one's the Troll Saga. These, I believe they're relatively powerful, but I think some of them always stand out way more than the others. Tybalt's Trickery, that's the one that I've been hearing a lot about the last few days. Many people think it's going to get the Instaban in multiple formats. The modern deck where it plays Tybalt's Trickery and I believe 2 other cards. One cascades into into an Emrakul, basically. So you counter you play a cascade card, it goes off, you counter it or something. I don't remember exactly, but anyway, it's nuts, and yeah, probably won't be sticking around very long. So I'm gonna go check prices on that right away and see if it's anywhere up there. I'm gonna get rid of it because once they ban it, it's gonna drop. Okay, Red White Saga. That's more in my color spectrum. So we exile cards. Okay, this is exile. You can play. We're pretty used to those by now. Yeah, it just puts +1 counters on creatures. For 4 mana, that seems a bit rough. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be playing that one. Looks like it'd be good in some kind of storm type deck where you're casting lots of cards every turn, but yeah, red-white struggles to get cards in hand. Icebreaker Kraken. I like the look of this. I love Krakens and big blue creatures. Elvish Warmaster. Okay, so he just creates more elves every time you play an elf once per turn. And he can be a sort of... actually, might not be a bad win condition because he could pump that several times in a mono green. And a commander. Not bad. I'll definitely go in my Lord of Elves commander deck. I mean, Lord of Leaves. Ooh, got a... Very nice. Okay. That is a good one. Yeah, Orvar, he's just nuts. He can... Let's see. Every time you play instant sorcery, that targets 1 or more permanents you control, create a copy of that permanent. Okay. So he just makes all kinds of copies on the board. I've heard of some really crazy stuff you can do with that. Because there's plenty of beneficial instant or sorcery cards that can target, and it's permanent, not non-land permanent. So you can cast something that targets your own land and create copies of lands. Ooh, look at that. Got a shiny special. Oh, it's a god too. Okay. So Raydan, God of Worthy. So, oh, he's the one that punishes snowlands. I like that. Probably not super great in Commander. My play group doesn't. We're pretty casual. We don't have a lot of people just packing snowlands because they can. But maybe now with this set they will. Okay, so non-creature spells that cost 4 or more cost 2 more to cast. That is pretty good. All right, so prevents damage and okay, pretty typical of a white card, but man, it's good, and that is pretty. Oh, that was just my foil. That wasn't even my rare. Okay, very nice. Got a couple of excellent packs in here. We're sitting at 4 mythics, so not bad. Plus, we got multiple rare foils, so really good pack. Ooh, look at that. Did we just do it again? Okay, that's just uncommon. Still pretty nice. And we got, ooh, a borderless duel. I'm pretty happy. Look, a couple of good packs in a row. These pathway lands are pretty great. So many foils. And there we go. Okay, another pathway. Quite happy about that. Which one's Egon? All right, Egon got her death. Yeah, getting lots of good. Gotta figure out what that's called. That alternate border. But oh yeah, he says 3 mana 6/6. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice him and draw a card. Let's see. Throne of Death just mills a card and exiles creatures to draw a card. That's pretty good. If there was one more color in that, I would be looking to play that in Commander. For mono black, it's probably not that great. Yeah, looks like we're down to 5 packs left. Still decent odds to pull another mythic, but if they're all just junk rares at this point, I'm pretty happy with this pack. Oh, look what we got. All right, so Goldspan Dragon. Let's see if this one's going to go in my Kalia commander. So whenever he attacks or becomes a target of a spell, okay, so he really wants to play with Magda. And Treasure's Tap for 2 mana. I mean, sacrifice for 2 mana. That's definitely going in my in my Pirates deck. And Magda will be a big part of that, I'm sure. What do we got? Cosima? There's a lot of these alternate arts, or am I just getting lucky? A lot of the gods I'm getting. Okay, so he's got the Omen Keel. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile him. If you do, wait. I'll read it later. I'm not understanding what it's doing from the first look. Lots of text. All right. I haven't seen this one yet, so new rare land. I always get interested when I see that. So target legendary becomes a creature and gets +1/+1 for 2. That's really not too bad. But only legendary creatures, unfortunately. Which isn't a big deal. I mean, actually, it might be pretty good in a commander deck to give your commander indestructible. Actually, that is a good idea. Okay, got another saga. Okay, this is the bird saga. Okay, gives you some temporary card draw ability. Oh, you can put a card from outside the game on top of your library. That's spicy. Yeah, that one's pretty good, I think. Nothing like being able to sideboard during a game. All right, we got it. All right. Right in, God of the Worthy. Okay, so we already got this one in the alternate form. Well, I'm not unhappy about that. All right, and that was our box. So, I mean, we got 5 mythics and, I mean, some good ones. Orvar is really good. Goldspan, I imagine being, I mean, a 5-mana 4/4 flying haste in standard, I imagine would be pretty good by itself. Not to mention, I mean, that treasure ability is nice. Coma is awesome. I didn't read Hunting Voyage. Let me see. Just choose a creature type. Return 2 from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it was foretold, return all creatures. Okay. I remember seeing that one. I just didn't recognize the picture. That is definitely going in a few decks that I have. Very nice. Okay, well, I'm happy with all those. I don't think any of those are junk mythics. I could be proven wrong in the coming days, but... All right, then we got some... Let me see which gods we got here, because I feel like we got quite a few of the gods in alternate form in this box. Okay, he's not a god, but... All right, so we just got these 3. But man, it's pretty good. That's all the alternates we got. And one of them foil. I'm definitely happy with this box. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to be opening one more of these, so probably wait a few days to post that, but definitely check back, subscribe if you want to get notified when that one comes. But thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time.